We are now going to our third part of the discussion, the Open RAN ecosystem. Okay, so we have these groups, the Telecom Infra project that is spearheaded by Meta. Okay, we have also the ORAN Alliance and the other key Open RAN groups, the ORAN Software Community, the Small Cell Forum, and the Open RAN Policy Coalition. Okay, so as we review, no, this is the evolution ng hardware and software disaggregation. So in 1965, we say there is a Moore's law na every 2 years magdodoble yung number of transistors dun sa chip. Okay. So in 1980s, the cost of compute power to the consumer falls kasi instead of having mainframes, okay, andun na yung mga x86 platforms natin. Okay, so hindi lang tayo kumbaga mas available na sa market all those general purpose hardware. Okay, in 1990s we have the open source Linux or the enterprise open source softwares naman, okay? And also in terms of the hardware, yung mga switches natin is nagkaroon na ng standardization in terms of our network devices. In 2000s, diyan pumasok sila VMware, nagkaroon na tayo ng cloud computing and virtualization. Okay? In 2004, those network functions, let's say yung mga instead na meron akong device doing the firewall, meron akong device doing the router, meron akong device doing the switching. Okay, it is implemented using or via a software-defined network. Okay, so example of it is yung Arista, a Linux-based software-defined network. And 2018, okay, the RAN hardware gets standardized. Okay. So TIP is one of the first two industry groups heading the Open RAN initiative. It is founded by Meta. Okay. Ang purpose nila actually is to disaggregate the network, not only focused sa 5G but for 2G, 3G, and 4G. Okay. Na they source out vendors to have interoperability. Okay. So the Open RAN project group is initiated to define and build 2G, 3G, and 4G RAN solutions based on the general purpose vendor neutral hardware. Okay. Our who is ORAN Alliance naman, as shared earlier, no? ORAN, okay, Alliance, it is operator founded group naman siya. Okay, ibig sabihin, it started with the CRAN. Okay, CRAN Alliance is a group in China, sila China Mobile and other Chinese vendors. It also merged with the XRAN. XRAN naman is a group of Japan and US vendors, okay, who are looking on opening the RAN. Okay, so these two groups, CRAN and XRAN, merged, founding the ORAN Alliance. Okay, so the operators dito, it's AT&T, China Mobile, Dutch Telecom, and TT Docomo, and Orange. Okay. So ang high-level goals of ORAN, firstly, is openness, okay? Because they are looking for or they are stepping out from the vendor proprietary solutions, okay? And since they are looking for openness, they are looking for open source reference designs, okay? And second goal of the alliance is to have an automation dun sa network. Okay. So sorry, I'll be rushing this parts now. So si ORAN Alliance, okay, they set up the technical working groups depending doon sa oral architecture natin. Okay? So when we say the oral architecture, we have the MANO, the orchestration and automation. We have the near real-time rig. Okay? We have the CU and DU, and then the ORU. So based dito sa architecture na to, they set up working groups who need to work closely on those implementations. Okay? I move this. Okay. So we have the working group one. Okay. Let me use as a pointer. Yeah. The working group one, they are focused on the use cases and the overall architecture. Okay. Working group two is focusing on the non-real-time rig and AI and A1 interface. Okay. The working group three focused on the near real-time rig and E2 interface. The working group four is they focus on the open front hole interface dito, okay, between DU and the Y. Okay. The working group five, okay, they focus on the open F1, W1, E1, X2, XN interfaces. Okay. Working group six focused on virtualization and the cloud. Okay. Working group seven focused on the white box hardware in terms of the reference designs of the decoupled software and hardware platform. The working group eight, okay, they focus naman dun sa stack reference. When we say stack, okay, that's the run functions for the OCU and ODU. Okay. Working group 9 focuses on the open XO transport, okay, consisting of transport equipment, physical media, okay, and the protocols. Working group 10 is the group focusing on operations and maintenance of the architecture, okay, and also of the O1 interface specifications. And not shown here is the working group 11, which focuses on security naman. Okay. So these are the technical working groups ni Oran Alliance, and you can research more of what they have conducted na studies or white papers sa Oran Alliance na website. Okay. So Oran Alliance, ito yung mga members niya, no, mga operator members niya. And also actually hindi lang naman siya operators, pati mga vendors kasama rin. Okay? So anong difference ni TIP with Oran Alliance? TIP, they promote or enforces vendor neutral equipment. Okay, one to another. They focused mainly for baliktad ako sorry. Si TIP, yan, okay, si TIP. TIP is more concerned with the deployment and execution, okay, of the vendor neutral hardware and software. Okay. So they focused on solutions for all type of network, 2G to 5G. Okay. For ORAN, they developed the standard if it doesn't exist. And as we say nga, no, yung specifications ni 3G, sila yung gagawa ng standard for it, for the vendors who want to participate on Open RAN. Okay? And then they only focus mainly on 5G and 4G solutions. Okay? We also have the ORAN software community, okay, for the open source softwares that is needed to deploy Open RAN. So it is managed mainly by the Linux Foundation. Okay. And they are looking on this virtualizations of the LF networking fund, deep learning foundations, and then for the open source projects, they have the OpenMV, ONAP, Afimos AI, Angel ML, ORNSE, and these are other development projects pa nila. Okay. So other key Open Run groups. Okay? We have the Open Networking Foundation, operator driven din siya. Okay? And they foster on innovations on software defined programmable networks. Okay? We also have the Small Cell Forum. Small Cell Forum, they have emphasis naman on small cells implementation. Okay? And we also have the Open Run Policy Coalition for the collection of the supported policies in terms of the adoption of openness and interoperable solutions of the RAN. Okay?